I'm going to do my best to demonstrate the screen flashing issue using a variety of situations that I've run into. And there's actually a screen flashing issue as well as a color saturation issue with these icons down here. So I don't know if it's color management, I don't know if it's brightness, I don't know if it's the controller, I don't know if it's hardware or software. But effectively, watch what happens as I pull up this notification menu. The screen flashes very briefly. It's a very brief flash, but it is definitely there. Perhaps less noticeable is the color shift, like a resaturation of icons. So when I'm not focused on this bar down here, they are kind of dim or slightly dimmed out, and then when I do pull up something in the menu, they become a bit more rich in color, and that is pretty prevalent with the Play Store icon as well as the Google Chrome icon outright. So the problem is that, well, A, it's annoying, and B, I don't know if it's hardware or software. And I can try this with a variety of different colored backgrounds, although it's less prevalent when you have a lighter wallpaper. So if the color saturation in the menu still shifts, which may be as intended, but the flash is not as jarring. Specifically with the lighter wallpapers compared to the darker ones. This is the wallpaper I was using when I first saw the issue. It's like a pop flash, like it's adjusting to the brightness over here. And so I don't know, again, if this is hardware or software, and I've only found maybe a few wallpapers out there, not on the system, that have not been troublesome with the flashing, but pretty much every one of them that I've used has had a pretty big glaring, like a pop type of issue or popping type of issue. Let's just try one at random here as it downloads. And it's like you can even see up close, at least, the saturation of this particular area kind of change. The light is dim right now, like it's kind of like dulled, like someone put an effect over it. And as soon as you pull up the white menu, it gets a bit more rich in color. So this is very difficult to demonstrate in video, but I know what my eyes see. And even the warm white light in this particular area gets a bit warmer when this area pops in. And it doesn't have to be the notification area at all. It could be like if I right click, just a little bit of white, then it changes. Anywhere on the screen, it changes. So this is, again, something that I can only try so many times on my system before, you know, I effectively have to do like an RMA. In this particular wallpaper, you're still seeing flashing. Just it's very, very brief. It's very brief and it's very subtle, but it is certainly jarring nonetheless. I don't know what else I can do to demonstrate. This one it's still happening, but it's very subtle in the blue. Like I said, there seems to be certain colors that trigger it more, and you know, the more white sometimes, the more prevalent the flashing is. The more white that appears on the screen at once, the more prevalent it is. I found maybe 1 or 2 wallpapers that weren't as bad out there, like in terms of colors. So I had white on the screen. You can't really tell because, you know, a big part of the window's going away. But you know, this happens at every brightness level. It's not tied to that, but this one is about the most subtle change I've seen in terms of the color of a background. It's less of an issue when you got windows on the screen that have white in them. It's more of an issue when there's no white on the screen and white appears for the first time.